right, guys. Well, we'll get started. My name is Melissa Swan, and it's a pleasure to have you here today. I think that for our intention, or just the focus of our class, is to try to just focus on releasing tension. So be mindful of where we hold, and when you find that you're holding tension somewhere, just shift and then soften. And then you'll notice maybe you feel it in your shoulders. Just be aware, and then maybe just see if you can soften, like melt the shoulders down. Or, there's all different kinds of cues that I'll make. But we don't often know where we're holding it because we just kind of get into an autopilot zone, and we don't think like, oh my God, I'm holding the steering wheel as though I'm. So just find ways when you can throughout this practice to soften. So we're going to start in an easy seated pose. You guys are already there, so that makes it easy. So Sukhasana, legs crossed. And just take a deep breath in, and maybe put your hands on top of your knees with the palms facing up for more receiving. Find a deep breath in. Allow the belly button to come towards your spine and elongate the spine. Hold that breath at the top and just allow the length of your side body to just find length in each of the vertebrae. And then gently exhale, soften the sits bones towards the floor. And the belly can soften. Then inhale, let's sweep our arms up. And then interlace your hands and then allow the palms to come up towards the sky. Deep breath in. On your exhale, you're going to shift over to the left, bending in your right elbow and then also bending in your left. And as you do, you're just going to start to lengthen in that right side and then gaze your gaze up, let your eyes gaze up towards the right elbow. And then maybe if you like, you can just start to let your heart go up as well. Just a nice little gentle twist. Then inhale, sweep the arms back up, keeping them interlaced. And then exhale, let's shift to the other side. Just gentle breathing into that left side. Allow that right elbow to come towards the floor. Gaze up. And then let your heart shift just slightly towards the sky. Inhale, back up. And then let your fingertips, your palm and your arms to go toward the back so your heart reaches forward. Slight back bend here as you breathe in. And then on your exhale, you're going to curve your back into that cat pose, chin to chest, and allow the hands to come down to the floor. Then inhale, reach them back up, sweep up. And then we're going to do that one more time each side. See if you can bend a little bit deeper. Right arm bends, reaching it towards side. I'm going to do this side first, but either side, it doesn't matter. Gaze up. Then inhale back to center, and then other side. Softening, exhale, elbow towards the floor, eyes towards the ceiling. Then lift back up, slight back bend as your hands go towards the back wall, chin lifts, and then exhale, chin to chest, hands towards the floor. Allow those shoulder blades to open. Then inhale, releasing your hands, sweep them out. And then exhale, plant your right hand to the ground, left fingertips reach up, reaching towards the right floor, and then sweep back up on your inhale, and then other side. Left arm drops, right fingertips sweep up and over. 2 more times, lift up, exhale, drop. Inhale, sweep up, exhale, left arm drops. One more rotation, lift and lower. Sweep up and back down. Come all the way back up. And then bring your hands down towards your heart center. Bring your legs out, and you're going to bring your legs out, to where they're towards the front of the mat. I'm going to come to this direction. And then you're going to reach your arms up. On your exhale, you're going to start to lower down, not all the way. Cactus those arms, engage the core. So your feet stay on the floor. Then inhale, reach up. And then exhale, fold between your legs. Allow your hands to come down, nose towards the floor. Inhale, sweep up. Almost to a boat pose. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lift. Arms and back lifts. And then exhale, bow forward. One more time. Sweep up. Exhale, cactus, and lower down. Inhale, sweep up. And then bow forward. Heart towards the floor, hands towards the floor. Then lift up this time. And then exhale, come all the way down onto your back. Then bring your feet to where you can tickle the back of your heels, just creating a little bit of an alignment here. Hands and palms face the floor, face the mat. So the hands, fingertips connect to the floor. Feel the soles of the feet on the mat. If you want, just lift them up, lower them down. Find out if you're holding any tension anywhere. Soften. Take a breath out. Then inhale, lift the hips up. And exhale, lower. Just allow the hips to just hover. So you can either lower them all the way or you can allow the hips just to hover. Then on your next inhale, your arms are going to come and sweep up and over your head. Palms face the ceiling as the back of the hands come to the mat. Or maybe not even the mat, probably the floor as your hips lift. And then on your exhale, lower down. As your hips almost lower to the floor, the palms come to the floor. Lift up. Doing a little glutes here and core. Exhale, hands down, hips lower. Keep your hands where they are. Lift the hips. Then you're going to reach the right leg towards the sky. Heel towards the ceiling, like you're standing on the ceiling. Then lower your hips to the mat. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time, lift up. Bending in that right knee, bring it in towards your chest. Keep those hips lifted. Maybe lift the left heel up off the mat. Then lower that left heel down on your exhale. Lower that right foot to the floor. And then lower both hips. Lower your hips down. Bring your hands and bring them behind the head. And then the knees come to a 90-degree angle. You're going to extend the right leg out straight. Maybe allow the right heel just to hover. Lift your head, and then your right elbow is going to come to your left knee. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that right knee in, bending in both knees. Lower your head to the mat. Then on your inhale, you're going to bring your elbows in to touch both knees. And then you're going to lower your head down and tap the toes to the floor. So we'll start that counting 7. So ready, inhale, lift the knees and elbows. Exhale, head and toes to mat. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the feet to the mat. Lift your hips, hands come down by your sides. Oh wait, no, let's not do that, sorry. We're going to extend the left leg straight. Lift the hips. Wait, let's see, how did we do that? I'm so sorry, guys. My brain just completely lost it here. How did we do that? Oh, that's right, okay. So left leg lifts out, and then you're going to bring your left knee into elbow for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both hands down to the mat. Release your hands to the floor. Lift those hips. This time you're going to bring the left leg up, straight up to the sky. Keep the ankle flexed. And then lower your hips towards the mat. Then lift up and lower and lift and lower and lift. 2 more.
As you keep your hips lifted, you're going to bring that left knee in towards your chest. Maybe bring that right heel up. Engage the core and breathe. And then as you exhale, hips come to the floor, left foot comes to the floor, and you hug the knees into your chest. And then you're just going to slowly start to tap the toes and rock about 3 or 4 times, and then you're going to come into tabletop position. Typically, it's nice just to cross your ankles as you just come down, and it doesn't have to be graceful, just however you want to get there. So plant the palms, fingers spread brightly, and then park those shoulders right over your wrists, hips right over your knees. You're going to reach the right fingertips up towards the sky. Allow the gaze to follow. Lengthen in that right arm. Exhale, sweep it through. Bring that right cheek to the mat. And then if you want here, you can bring that left arm and then just wrap it around, semi-bind to that to your right thigh. Slowly begin to bring that left arm back up. And then plant the left arm to the floor, or palm to the floor. You're going to reach the left leg back up towards the sky, reach it, and then start to open the hip. So the left hip is opening to the wall facing you. And then you're going to bring that left knee and tap the left elbow for 3 times, extending it out on your inhale. Exhale, tap the left elbow. And extend out and back in. Keep it out. Plant that left palm into the mat and then reach up, reach that right arm straight forward, coming into bird dog pose. With the left leg extended out, right fingers, so take a breath in as you extend, as though you're being pulled in opposite directions. And then elbow and knee to touch. Inhale straight out and back in. One more time, out and in. This time, as you hold it out, you're going to bend in that left knee. You can stay here, or you can try to bring that right arm. You don't have to rotate it all the way back because your shoulders are gentle. So just somehow reach back for that left foot if you like, and then extend it up towards the sky. Release, both hand and knee to the mat. Drop the belly, inhale, lift the chin. On your exhale, cat, chin to chest. Really create that intense cat back, spreading the shoulder blades apart. Drop the belly, inhale. And exhale, cat. Come back to a neutral position. Reach the left fingertips up. On your exhale, sweep it through. You can stay here with the left cheek on the floor and the right palm pressing into the mat. You can also create the right palm, wrapping it around for a semi-bind, just for a moment, just to opening up that right shoulder. Find out if you're holding tension anywhere and try to soften. Slowly, if your hand is in the bind, go ahead and start to release it, bringing that right palm back to the mat. Then you're going to stretch that right leg straight out. Heel is pressing towards that back wall, opening it up. It's okay to fall out of this pose. It's just a muscle memory and balance. And then from here, you're going to tap the right knee to the elbow for 3. Reach it up. 2. And back up. And 1. Reach it back up and hold it there, engaged with that right palm pressing into the mat. Unwind, bringing that left arm through. Bird dog pose, shoulder over wrist on the right. Elbow and knee to touch 3 times. Bring that thigh towards the belly and then extend out. Use your breath to guide you. Inhaling in, contracting, exhale out and soften. One more. And back out. Start to bend in that right knee, palm or sole of the foot to the ceiling. Rotating the left arm, connecting hand to foot if you like, or going ahead and just staying with that knee bent and then pressing the toes and those fingers to the sky. Begin to release, knee and palm to the mat, and then shift it out. Maybe do some circles instead of the cat-cow. Three rotations, just moving the shoulders and the hips, pausing after the third, rotating in the opposite direction. Coming back to center. Tuck the toes. Hover the knees. Press those hips towards that back wall. Allow the eyes of the elbows to face one another and soften between the joints so you're not locking your elbows. And then on the next exhale, go ahead and come into your first downward facing dog. Keep the heels lifted high so you're on the tippy toes. So that allows the hips to reach up towards the ceiling a little bit more. Nice bend in those knees. Then now that you know that you're imagining yourself in high heels, whoever made those crazy things, start to melt those heels towards the floor, slow and steady on your exhale. Imagine one day that they actually connect the sole, the heel of the foot to the mat. And then maybe pedal it out if that's in your practice. Just find some fluidity, soften where you can. Feeling the points of connection on the mat. You're going to reach the right leg up to the sky. Breath in. This time you're going to bend that right knee, bring it towards your bottom, and the heel towards your bottom, the knee towards the sky. Square your shoulders towards the front and the gaze towards the back wall. Soften the jaw. Connect to your breath. Then extend that right leg straight back up. Square your hips. Inhale. Exhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow. Bring it over to your left elbow. And back to your right, and then to your left. One more time to your right. Extend it up, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold it here. Look between your hands. Imagine your foot planting there nice and gently. Breath in. Exhale, right foot through. Back knee to the mat. So your right knee is square right over your ankle. And then lift your torso. It's getting a little in my way. I feel like, there we go. Reach your arms up. Exhale, cactus. And as you do, you're going to bring your pelvis forward. So you're just cactusing those arms. Let that heart lift. And then inhale, square those hips. Just neutral. Exhale, cactus, and let those hips come forward. Two more. Breath in. And exhale. One more. Staying here. Plant your hands. And then allow that right leg to come back, coming into a modified side plank. Your right arm is going to come up. Keep that left palm to the floor. Lift that right leg. Bring the right bicep to the ear so you're coming in almost like to that sort of bird dog pose, but just a little bit of a different angle. So you're stretching in opposite directions on your inhale, and then exhale, elbow and knee to touch. 3 times. Back out and in. Back out and in. One more time. Out. Stay here. Start to bend in that right knee as it's reaching towards your bottom. Reach that right arm up and then to the back, top of the foot. And this time you're going to press those feet and the arm towards the back wall.
Take a breath in. Slowly exhale. Plant your right palm to the mat. Press those right toes to the floor, and then just bring that left knee where the toes face the back of the mat. So you're going to hover that left knee as you press that right heel towards the back. Then you're going to lift up, left leg lifts, coming into your three-legged downward facing dog. Again, bend in your knee. Let the heel come towards your glute, knee towards the ceiling. Square your hips and just open up and breathe into that left side. Melt the right heel towards the floor. Soften your shoulders. Then extend that left leg straight back up. Take a breath in. On your exhale, left knee to left elbow. Over to the right, then to the left, back to the right, to the left. Inhale, reach it up, three-legged dog. Breath in, knee to nose, hold it here, shoulders over wrists, thigh to belly, look between your hands. Count 1, 2, bring that left foot through, back knee to the mat. Reach your arms up. As you cactus, pelvis forward, heart cracks open, and so the elbows kind of come forward slightly. Then you're going to inhale, come neutral, palms face, extend the arms up. 2 more times, exhale. Soften the tension, reach up. Exhale, soften. 1 more time as we lift. Exhale, plant your hands down. I'm going to be facing behind you. You're going to bring that left foot through and coming into side plank. Left arm reaches up. Plant the right palm to the floor. Reach the left leg up. Left bicep to ear. Breath in. On your exhale, elbow and knee to touch. 3 times. Use your breath to guide you. Elbow and knee to touch. This time extend out, bending in that left knee so the heel comes towards the bottom. Reach the left arm back behind, top of the foot, and extend it out on your exhale. Two breaths. On your next inhale, start to plant the left palm to the mat and then reach the left toes down to the floor so the right knee is planted, the foot is toward the back of the mat. Then you're going to press that left heel back as your right knee hovers. 3-legged dog, right leg lifts. Inhale, right knee to right elbow, over to the left and to the right, to the left and to the right, and back up. Take another breath in. Exhale to the nose. Then plant the right foot through. This time you're going to keep that back knee lifted. Really engage the core. Hover the hands. The right knee is right over the ankle. You're going to tap right shoulder to left hand to right shoulder, and then opposite. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sweep those arms up, high lunge. Exhale, cactus. Then you're going to inhale, sweep those arms through and back. Reach them up. Exhale, cactus. Sweep them through as though you're guiding through water. Reach them up. 1 more time, cactus. Reach them through. This time, interlace your hands behind. Press the knuckles away. That lifts your heart up. Engage your core. Breath in. Exhale, bow into your right leg. Try not to let the belly rest on your right thigh. So keep it engaged. And try to keep that knee on top of your ankle. Engage as you lift up. Inhale, reach up, knuckles towards the towards the floor as your heart goes towards the ceiling. Exhale, back down.
Hold here, really engage, feel into that right foot. Take one more breath in. Exhale, warrior three, lift up and then bring that left leg to a warrior three, pressing into that back wall. Count to 5. Then go ahead, standing marching pose. Left leg comes through, release the hands, reach them up. Your right arm is going to come to the back, left arm to the front. Then reach that right arm as it reaches up, both arms reach up. Exhale, right arm to the front, left arm to the back. You're going to bring that right arm and then just hold that left leg, and then that left arm is going to come to the lower back. You're going to begin to just square your shoulders to the front. Twist your left leg over towards the right. Then back to center. And then bring the left arm in front of the knee. And then open it out. Bring that right arm out to a T. Back to center. Twist and open. One more time. Hug that right knee into your chest, or left knee into your chest. And then come into figure 4. So the left ankle will go onto the right thigh. And you're going to sink down into your chair. And then if you like, you can slowly start to fold over and then let the nose bend in towards that right knee. Keep your belly engaged. Slowly bending in that right standing knee. Hands to a prayer, reach back up. Hug the right knee into your chest, left knee into your chest. Apologies on my left and rights. Exhale, warrior three. Press that left leg back. Count, take another breath in, and then on that exhale, tap the left toes to the mat, high lunge. Exhale, both hands to the mat. Step back, high plank, or modified version if you like. I do the modified because it hurts my shoulders. And then just lower down all the way to your belly. Bring your hands where they're right underneath your elbows, and then lift up. Exhale, back down. One more time, lift up, hold it here, and then plant the palms down. Sometimes I tend to tent and then you're just going to allow the shoulder blades to come together, and you're going to alternate bending the legs, so left and right. I always find this like somebody on the beach splashing water, but it does feel really good. Okay, slowly bring both feet to the floor. Tuck the toes, lift up to high plank, downward facing dog. Five breaths. Feel free to take a drink if you ever need that. Do not let me be the one to tell you when to drink. You just know what you need. And honor that, what you need. You're going to lift the left leg up. Left knee to left elbow. Over to the right. And back to the left. And over to the right. Back to the left. Reach it all the way up. Bring it in toward your nose. Hold it here. Then plant it down. High lunge. Reach those arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, sweep it through. Almost the hands touch. Then you reach back up again, and you cactus. Swim and rise. Cactus. Sweep it through. One more time. Lift up. Sink down. Sweep it through, interlace your hands. Press those knuckles away, lift your heart, and then gently bow inward to that left side. So clarify that pose. If you ever feel like you're off balance or you need to just move that right leg out a little bit to create more stability, feel free. Using your core to lift you, you're going to press those knuckles down as you lift your heart forward. Gently exhale, bow down, really connecting that left sole of the foot to the mat. Taking a breath in, and then on your exhale, let it be your launch pad as you come into your warrior 3. 5 breaths. Soften in that left leg. Lengthen in the spine. Find something to gaze at on the floor. Next inhale, standing, marching right leg, reach it through, arms reach up. On your exhale, left arm forward, right hand back. Sweep it up. Right arm forward, left arm back. We did the opposite. We're going to have to go back. See, this is what happens. Reach that left arm straight up. This time on your exhale, your left hand is going to come outside of your right knee. Right hand to the back or to the spine. Lengthen here. And then you're going to start to bring that left knee over, or right knee over to the left. And then that right arm is going to come out. Come back to center and switch so the right hand comes to the right knee and the left arm comes out and open. And then back to center. Hug that knee in towards your chest. Come into your figure 4. Slowly start to bend down into your gentleman's chair. Feel free to stay here or start to fold forward. Allow the hands to come to the floor, even if it's with tense, and allow the crown of your head to drop. Nose comes toward your knee. Begin to stop it in that the standing knee, the left knee, hands to your heart. Start to rise back up, bringing the right leg through, and then sweep it through like it's going through concrete, warrior 3. Breath in. Exhale, tap the right toes to the mat. Sweep your arms up. And then exhale, plant your hands down, step back, high plank, and then move through your vinyasa here. You can come into low plank and then up dog or cobra. And then on your exhale, child's pose. 5 breaths. Rebound here. Just notice your breath. And try to find a little bit more of a fluid, soften in the breath. It's hard with masks on, but definitely more aware of our breathing with it on, I feel. Two more breaths. But know that you can always feel free to stay in child's pose longer. Start to bring your arms out if they aren't already, coming into tabletop position. Tuck the toes, and then bring your hips towards your heels. Walk your hands back. Lift the knees, and then bring the heels in. Then start to drop those heels down. Melt your sits bones towards the floor. Palms face to the floor, and just bow down. Take a breath in. And exhale. Another breath in. And exhale. On the next one, you're going to take a breath in. And on your exhale, you're going to lift your hips up and coming into a forward fold, the back of your mat. So your heels are still together. Toes are slightly apart. Melt your belly, towards your thighs and the crown of your head towards the floor. And then bring the big toes together, the heels slightly apart, then sweep up coming into your chair pose. Sink your seat down, sweep your arms to where you're brushing the sides of your mat. Lengthen. And then lift up. Cactus your arms. Inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. Exhale, come back into your chair. Brush your arms to the back. Lift those 10 toes. And then inhale, reach your arms up. Lift the heels. With those heels lifted, see if you can lift and lengthen all the way up, keeping those heels lifted. Slowly exhale, melt those heels down to the floor, coming back into your chair pose, palms together. Exhale, bring your left elbow over your right knee. Press those palms toward your navel, stack the shoulders. Then notice if you can bring that left hip just slightly back to where the knees stack on one another. Not stack, but they're in line, so they're not, so the left knee isn't protruding out. Sometimes what I'm saying doesn't come out the way I think it should. Then you're going to stay here if you like, or you can come with me and you're going to let the left foot hover for Flamingo. Tap the left toes to the mat and lift and lower and lift and lower. One more time, lift and lower. Lower the left foot to the mat. Open those arms up like you're a bird in the sky in flight. Palms back together. If it's in your practice to do side crow, feel free to do that. I can try to guide you through one if you're curious. So you just start to bring your hips towards your heels. The hands plant to the side of the mat where the palms and the wrists are in line with the shoulders. You're going to lift those hips, and then you're going to allow the right knee to plant onto the left tricep. And then you're just going to start to bring the hips up, gazing forward. 90-degree angle with your arms, 10 fingers pressing into the floor. Very good. It's been a while since I've done that. Something that they encourage at some point is this arm, if you're doing it on the right side, is that the right arm would not be holding your body. But with my microphone and stuff, it's hard to. Yep. Yeah. Very good. It's fun. And then slowly come back up. Shake it out. We'll try the other side. I'm going to do it from this direction so I'm not facing away from you. All right, so let's go ahead and lift up. Sink down in your seat. Lift those heels. Lift the 10 toes, I meant to say. Sinking down, maybe brush the fingers beside just to create a little bit more of a lowerness in your knees, and the thighs are almost like parallel to the mat. Then let those toes plant to the floor, lift the heels, and then rise up. Slowly melt those heels down as you come back into your chair pose, hands to your heart. And then let's shift the right elbow over to the left side. As you do, you go ahead and create space between the belly and the thigh. Stack the shoulders so the elbows are in line and the palms face towards the pelvis. Pressing the right knee back. Stay here, or allow the right foot to just gently hover and tap for 3. Let the heel come to the bottom. 2 and 1. Both feet to the mat. Open your arms. Plant the palms back together. Side crow, other side. Sink your seat to your heels to your bottom, and then hands right in line with the shoulders. And then I'll try to do it on this side since I don't have my microphone. Gazing forward always, pressing that left knee into the right tricep. Gazing, pressing the fingers into the mat. And back through. Yay! Slowly come back up. Woo. Cactus those arms, create a slight back bend. Reach them back up. Swan dive, forward fold. This time, toe heel your feet to the edges of the mat. And then coming into Ragdoll Pose, opposite hand to opposite elbow. And allow gravity just to allow your body and your torso to melt towards the floor. You can swing left to right. And then start to release your hands back down. Toe heel your feet in. And we're going to do some agility poses here. Go ahead and stand at, reach the arms up all the way through. And I'll come back to this side. I'm not sure how the system is set up. So I learned this from a teacher who I adore, and I don't think she does classes anymore. She's based out of Wyoming, and she did a lot of Kundalini. This one will just mind yourself, like, I always encourage people to do this, like if you're at home and you're sitting down watching television, well, rather than sitting on your couch, you could try to do this instead. So some of you who've done my class before probably know it, but I'm not sure if anybody, I know that you have, but I'm not sure if you've done this. Okay, so we're going to bring the right foot through, cross it over the left. Hands come to your palms, or palms come together, or you can keep them just in case you need to use them for catching yourself. Slowly lower down, cross-legged. So this is where it gets a little like you might need to use your hands, and that's okay. You're going to reach back up, and then you're going to bring the left leg through. Lengthen and just feel the pose, and then exhale as though you're coming into crisscross applesauce. And without using your hands, or as I say, this is muscle memory. We will get there eventually. The more you do it, you come back up. And we're going to do that all the way to the end of the mat. On your exhale, you lower down. Inhale, rise. Walk to the front. And back down. You can take really big steps too. Very good. Lift back up. And now we're at the front of our mat. And we're going to come into tree pose. Since we're here, there's many, many options. But we will start with the right foot on the floor. The left toe can come right inside of the right knee or right foot. It can come up to the outside of the shin. Or you can do as you are, which is a beautiful pose right here in front. Bringing it into the inner thigh, pressing the foot into the inner thigh. And if you find this simple, somewhat easeful, and notice if you're holding tension anywhere. And then if you like, try to close your eyes. And then slowly bring that left leg down. Shake it out. Let's do the other side. Try to do something different with your hands as you come up into your tree. And then if you feel like trying to close your eyes, you might notice that you'll feel little nuances of movement. And I think that's typically what's happening all around us all the time. We just are a little bit more aware when our eyes are closed. Try to soften, because I think the more that we find tension and not just tension, we tend to be a little less stable. Slowly begin to release, coming back down. Front of our mat, reach your arms up, breath in, exhale, swan dive, forward fold, halfway lift, the hands touch the mat, lengthen in the spine. Exhale, step the right foot to the back of the mat. Back heel down, coming into your warrior two. You're just going to sweep that right arm to the back, left arm to the front. Soften, allow the strength and the vastness of your arms to just fill up your space. You're going to start to teeter forward with the left fingertips, like you're reaching for that front wall. And then reverse. Let the left hand reach up to the sky, right fingertips down to your calf or your hamstring. On your exhale, you're going to rotate the left arm all the way down. Right fingertips match, but you're going to allow it to hover. And then you're going to do it again, rotating it back, reverse, breath in. And then exhale, allow the left hand to hover. And this time, let the right fingertips reach it to the sky. And then one more time, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel. Left arm hovers, left hand hovers, right fingertips to the sky. Then allow the right fingertips to come down. Both hands inside of the left foot. Bring that back heel up. Walk the left foot out just a bit. Coming into your lizard pose, so both hands plant to the mat. You can bring that right knee to the floor. You can keep it lifted. You're going to bring that pelvis forward and just start to let that left knee splay out slightly. Keep the toes facing forward. And if you want, you can bring that knee down. You can come onto your forearms. Lots of options here. You can come into monkey pose with even your forearms, so your right hand can come to the mat, your left hand can press in to the left knee. You can rotate the left hand back, connecting the hand to foot, just opening up that left hip. Slowly releasing that right foot back down, left hand inside of the left foot. Bring both palms to the center. Tuck the right toes, lift the knee. And then step back into your high plank. And then move through your vinyasa, meeting me in your downward facing dog. And we'll do the other side. 3 breaths in your down dog. Lifting the right leg up, bringing it through, back heel to the mat. Clarify your pose, reach up into your warrior two. Sink down, soften the shoulders, melt them towards your hips. Then teeter forward, breath in, exhale, reverse. Slowly, go ahead and pinwheel your hands down, hovering the right hand, and then both hands just hovering. And then let's rotate it back, reverse. On the next two, you're just going to hover the right hand to the floor. The left arm is going to stay up. Reverse. One more. Hover. And reverse. On this next one, cartwheel your hands all the way down, bringing that right foot inside of the right hand inside of the right foot. Bring it out to the edge. You can do into one side as you do onto the other, but I can show you some other modifications. So if you want and you want to just challenge yourself in coming into something other than a monkey pose, you can start to come into a broken airplane where you tuck your right shoulder underneath your right thigh or your right calf. Your arms come out, and then maybe they come to your lower back, and you press that shoulder into your calf. It's also a place to do a balance pose if you want, bringing that right leg out. So lots of options to eventually find yourself in the journey of yoga. Or you can stay in lizard or monkey, pressing the right palm inside of the right knee. Sink the pelvis. Bending in the left leg, rotating the right arm to the back, and opening your heart. Slowly beginning to replace both hands down. Tuck the left toes, lift the knee. This time you're going to bring that left foot inside or outside of the left hand. So you're just going to hover it and Sink down in your seat. Press the elbows into the inner knees. Lengthen in the back. And then if you like here, you can start to bring the left arm outside of the mat to where the tricep is pressing into the inner knee. Reach the right fingertips up. Allow your gaze to guide you. You can do a semi-bind where the hand comes to the lower back, or a full bind where the left hand grabs the right. Lift your heart and lengthen in the back. Slowly release if you're there, bringing the right arm back up. Releasing the right arm, just reaching it back in front. Both hands come into prayer. And just clarify before we do the other side, bringing the right arm out, pressing the tricep into the inner leg. Reach the left arm up and gaze up. Nice soft twist. Perhaps you want to create a bind on this side. Let the wrapper, the right hand be the grabber. And gaze up. Try to find length. Slowly release, bringing the left arm back up. Releasing both hands to the front, palms together. And then if you want to do the full crow pose, you can start to, this is a great transition to that, bringing your knees into the outer edges of your triceps or tucking them into your armpits, planting your hands, spreading them brightly, gazing forward, maybe lifting one foot, maybe both. 90-degree angle with your arms as you look before you, not behind. Plant the toes or chatter rocket back, which that is something that is very difficult for me to do. Then slowly begin to plant your bottom to the mat. Reach the feet up, coming into boat pose, arms in front. You can always use your hands behind your hamstrings, or you can bring your hands back like this. And you can lower and lift, and lower and lift. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug those knees in. Plant the soles of the feet to the mat. Hands back behind. You're going to lift up into reverse tabletop. Slowly exhale, bring your hips down, and then see if you can hover them into pike pose, keeping them elevated, and then sweep back up into reverse tabletop. Exhale, sweep through. One more time, lift up. And exhale. Stay here and hover. For 3, 2, 1, lower down. Reach your arms up. Gently exhale, forward fold. Nice bend in those knees. Allow your hands to journey forward. Maybe massage your feet. Maybe press your toes towards your shins. Just stretching. Begin to walk your hands back towards your thighs, lift your torso. And then you're going to bring your right sole of your foot in. You're going to reach your arms up, and then you're just going to sweep over to your left side. Reach your right fingertips up. Stretch into that right side. Take a breath in. On your exhale, sweep the right hand back behind. Sweep the left fingertips up and let the pelvis come forward. Take one more breath in here. Exhale, hips down. And one more fold over the left. 1, breath in. Both hands to opposite hips, or to your hips and not opposite. Then bring the right leg through, and let's do the other side. Left sole of the foot into the inner right thigh. Reach your arms up. Really flex in that right foot. Slowly bow inward towards yourself. Melting knee towards your nose. On your next inhale, reaching up, plant your left palm to the mat, and then sweep your right arm as though it has a string and it lifts your hips to the sky. Gently allow the hips to fall down as the right fingers come towards the right toes and the left fingertips reach up and over. One more time, let's go ahead, sweep it back, hips lift. Gently lower back down, reach up and over. Slowly bring both hands beside your hips, lengthen, and then let's bring the soles of the feet, heels lift, knees bent, reach the arms straight in front. On your exhale, you're just going to gently lower to the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Allow the crown of your head to come to the mat. Reach your arms up and over. With your right fingertips, grab your left wrist. And then let's let our legs go over to the right, crossing your left leg over your right. And then stretch your left with your right hand on your left wrist. Just reach it over to the right. So you're coming into like a banana pose. Stretching into that left side, breathing in. Back to center. With the left hand, grab the right wrist. Just tug it a little bit, then gently reach it over to the left. Walk your feet over to the left. And then grab that right, let the right leg cross over your left. Create a slight arch and just stretch and breathe into that right side, opening up. Back to center. Both hands come down by your side. Bring your knees facing the ceiling, soles of the feet on the floor. And then just gently allow the soles of the feet to come to the edges of the mat. You're just going to windshield wiper, so the left knee is going to come down and you're just going to drop over to the right. You can stay here, or you can bring that, you can scoot the left knee in towards the right foot and let the right foot just stack onto that left knee if you like. Just to creating a gentle twist here. Wherever you are, go ahead and allow both soles of the feet to lift you back up, knees lift, and then drop over to the left. Again, if it's in your practice, you can scoot that right knee and just towards your left foot and allow the left ankle to just stack on top of your right knee. Releasing that left foot from the right knee. Go ahead and lifting your knees, hugging the knees, wide-legged hug, knees to the outer edges of your torso. And then happy baby if you like. Hands to the edges of your feet. Just sink the knees down and let the back be like a blanket on the floor. Just feel the full connection of the sacrum, the lower back, the spine, the lungs, the shoulder blades, the shoulders. Just feel it, surrender to the mat. And then if you want, you can stretch one leg and then the other leg. Taking a breath in, gently start to release, either bringing the soles of the feet together for Supta Baddha Konasana, or you can come full into your full resting pose, surrendering into your Savasana. One hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, releasing the tension, And find softness throughout your body, starting from the crown of your head and moving all the way through. And take rest. And as you rest, I will share one poem that I read from one of my other favorite yogis. I hope you will find some appreciation. It comes from a book called Another Roadside Attraction by Tom Robbins. It was a thin gray rain, hard and fast and cold. In it we had to walk 4 blocks to reach the Jeep. We were at its mercy. As was my custom in such elements, I hunkered against the rain, drew my head into my collar, turned my eyes to the street, tensed my footsteps, and proceeded in misery. But my hosts, I soon noticed, reacted quite another way. They strolled calmly and smoothly, their bodies perfectly relaxed. They did not hunch away from the rain, but rather glided through it. They directed their faces to it and did not flinch as it drummed their cheeks. The Zillers accepted the rain. They were not at odds with it. They went with it in harmony and ease. I tried it myself. I relaxed my neck and my shoulders. I turned my gaze into the wet. I let it do to me what it would. Of course, it was not trying to do anything to me. What a silly notion. It was simply falling as rain should. And I, a human, another phenomenon of nature, was sharing the space in which it fell. It was much better regarding it that way. I got no wetter than I would have otherwise. And if I did not enjoy the wetting, at least I was free from my tension. I could even smile. Surely I was on the right track. You can start to come back to that breath, that natural breath. Releasing any other tension you have in your body, but starting to awaken, feeling the capable body and your wise mind and your open heart, and meeting me in a comfortable seated position when you feel ready. And I invite you to stay here as long as you like as well, because it's always a pleasure to be in this pose. And I just want to say I thank you all for being here on this beautiful Monday night and moving your body and sharing this practice with me. May you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you be at ease. Namaste.